Hello, my special friends. Part 1. Male and female energy, at its very essence, is the spark of creation itself and the purest manifestation of energy outside of unity. Where all things are one, it is the two fundamental, primordial forces clashing, creating, and finally combining together to make something new and beautiful. Through all levels of life, whether it's new life being conceived or the birth of the universe itself, these two primary forces are always critical in the formation of this new emanation. It is often described in the New Age community that at the highest levels of creation, Spirit wanted a way to interact with itself to deepen its understanding and experience, and so it developed a perspective of separation through the process of division and expansion within itself. And so the duality of male and female, light and dark, the right and left brain, yin and yang were created. As we were made in God's image, we too are naturally born both as a unified whole and subdivided into many parts. In particular, we have two brain hemispheres, which each have their own unique perspective of reality. In this dualistic understanding of ours, we only know that there is a light because we have seen the darkness, the vice versa. This is the true nature of duality itself. From this stems of the concept of male and female energy, the sides of the same coin and completely perfect opposites at that. There are many different metaphors, deities, behaviors, and impressions of what these dualistic energies represent, all describing the different facets of the same gem. We must stress here that we are not gender casting people in any way, as there are many men who have greater female energy and many women who have greater male energy. The energy behind maleness and femaleness exists infinitely beyond gender and what it means to be a man or woman. In this, when we say male and female energy, it should be observed as a metaphor, the way of describing underlying energy that influences all of us. We all have both sides within us, even the most masculine and the most feminine person. They both play vital roles in keeping us balanced, and these can manifest differently for everyone. However, if anyone clings too deeply to either side, it often creates internal imbalances. Picture the man who is unable to express his sadness or depression. These will boil inside of them and come out in the only way they feel would be accepted by society as rage. Or picture the woman who has always been told she will not become strong. This will fester and become expressed in the way they feel others will listen, as potentially being overwhelmingly emotional. We as a society need to band together to learn more about both energies and why it is so very important to have both and to maintain an internal balance with these two. Shakti and Shiva. The deities Shakti and Shiva are major representations of male and female energies within Hindu, Buddhist, and Taoist traditions. Shakti is the feminine energy, a symbol of pure power, ever-shifting movement and change. She is represented as the provider, the great mother that nourishes all of life. Shiva is the masculine energy. He represents the destroyer, consciousness itself, as an unchanging and infinite observer. He is an empty vessel, the void, the seed of creation, which Shakti then waters with life. These roles might seem reversed in that female energy is usually seen as a void to be entered by the male energy. The description is specific to these two deeds. In these, the masculine energy becomes the receiver of life, which the feminine gives freely. There are many ways in understanding these two energetic roles. They are not static representations, but fluid notions which shift and dance with each other. You might consider it similarly in the Big Bang. The male energy was the explosion of light, and divine feminine is the space in which that energy moved through, eventually forming into galaxies and such. In the story of Shiva specifically, he at one point needed to be balanced the energies within himself and merged with Parvati, daughter of mountain, and became androgynous, being both male and female, and was then known as Ardharvaneshwara. Many Hindu followers consider this to be the ultimate state of ascension, being in a full balance between the two forces.